Hello people, this is Kerry Anderson. Hope you all doing well. In today's video, I'll be talking about foods to avoid for people with diabetes. So, if you like the video related to my health, my way, I would like to request you all please to subscribe the channel, hit the bell icon, or give thumbs up so that I will come up with more and more videos with lots and lots of information. So here we begin. Let's go. Foods to avoid for people with diabetes. Eating a healthful, balanced diet can help people with diabetes manage their condition and reduce their risk of health-related complication. It can also influence how well they feel and how much energy they have each day. Having diabetes does not mean that a person has to stop eating the food that they enjoy. People with diabetes can eat most food, but they may need to eat some of them in smaller portion. In this video, we take a look at the food that people with diabetes should avoid and provide some tips on good dietary options. Carbohydrate. Carbohydrate are an important source of energy, but a person with diabetes should be careful when choosing which carb to eat and how to spread them evenly throughout the day. There are three main types of carbohydrate in food: starch, sugar, fiber. Carbohydrate directly affect blood glucose level more than other nutrient. The body breaks starches and sugar down into glucose. The dietary guidelines for Americans 2015 to 2020 recommend that most adults consume 130 grams of carbohydrate each day. Of these, 22.4 to 33.6 grams should be fiber, depending on the person age and sex. Carb should make up 45 to 65% of an adult daily calories, while added sugar should constitute less than 10% of their calorie intake. In the past, there were specific recommendations about how many carbohydrate people with diabetes should eat. Now, there are no set guidelines. A person can speak to a doctor or dietitian about their individual dietary needs, including how many carbohydrate to eat and when. Factors affecting these individual needs include height, weight, activity level, and medication. A person with diabetes does not have to avoid carb totally, but they need to be sure they are eating the right kind. Carbs to avoid: foods that consist of processed carb and those that contain added sugar also provide energy, but they contain few nutrients. People should avoid these as far as possible. Examples include baked goods made with highly processed white flour, sweets, candies, and any foods with added sugar. White breads and cereals, healthful carb. The body does not break fiber down in the same way as other carb, so it does not raise blood sugar level as quickly. Fruits, vegetables, legumes, and whole grains provide healthful carb. They provide energy, fiber, and nutrients such as vitamin and mineral. People with diabetes should limit their intake of unhealthful carb and focus on healthful one. They should also talk to their doctor about their carb intake and keep track of how much they consume. Monitoring the total carb intake per meal and during the day can help a person keep their glucose level remain within the target range. Grains. All grains contain starch, but whole grains can also contain essential vitamin, mineral, and fiber. People with diabetes should limit or avoid white bread, bagels, tortillas, cake, muffin, and other baked goods containing white flour, white rice, white pasta, cereal, cracker, and pretzel that contain added sugar and no whole grains. A 2019 study looked at the development of pre-diabetes and type 2 diabetes in people who consumed more than 59.1 gram of whole grain a day compared with those eating less than 30.6 gram. Those who consumed more whole grains had a 34% lower risk of their glucose tolerance becoming worse. Another study found that eating 2 extra servings a day of whole grains reduced women's chances of developing type 2 diabetes by 21%. Healthful grains to eat include brown or wild rice, barley, quinoa, oatmeal, amaranth, millet. High fiber cereal that contain at least 5 grams of fiber per serving. Whole grain sprouted bread that contains at least 3 grams of fiber per serving. The processing of refined carbs such as white flour partially breaks them down. As a result, the body absorbs the carb and converts them to glucose quickly, which leads to an increase in blood sugar and leaves the person feeling hungry again soon after. The body does not absorb all of the carb from whole grains, and those that it does absorb while enter the bloodstream more slowly than processed carbs. For this reason, they are less likely to cause a blood sugar spike and the person will feel full for longer. Fiber is a helpful carb that people should eat every day. People with diabetes should limit the amount of sugar that they consume and pay careful attention to their intake of starch. Protein helps the body build, maintain, and replace tissue. The body organ, muscle, and immune system consist of protein. The body can also break protein down into sugar, but this process is less efficient than breaking down carb. As with carb, a person should choose their protein source with care, especially if they have diabetes. Eating red meat such as beef, pork, and lamb may increase the risk of diabetes even at low level of consumption. The author of a review paper concluded that eating 3.5 ounce serving per day of unprocessed red meat such as beef increase a person's risk of developing type 2 diabetes by 19%. Dairy food provide calcium, protein, and vitamin. They also contain a sugar called lactose. As long as they account for the carb in the daily count, people with diabetes can consume dairy products such as milk, yogurt, and cheese every day. Both type 1 and type 2 diabetes increase the risk of cardiovascular disease, and type 2 diabetes often occur alongside obesity. For this reason, it is best to opt for low-fat dairy food. Full-fat food can increase the level of cholesterol in the blood and lead to a higher risk of heart disease than lower-fat option. Dairy food to avoid all limit include whole milk, full-fat yogurt, full-fat cottage cheese, full-fat sour cream, full-fat ice cream, sweetened yogurt, milk-based drinks with added sugar. That's all about the diabetes in this video. I hope you all liked it. For everyone, I prepared a small presentation that will be going to share in the description box below. You can check it out from there. So before signing off, I would like to request you all, please do like, share, subscribe this video with your loved ones so that they will get to know better. So this is Carrie Anderson signing off. We will definitely meet in the next video with another content. Till then, God bless you. Bye bye and take care.